This is the digital calendar wall touchscreen. After spending some time with it, I thought it might be helpful to share what I've noticed so far. This is a 15.6-inch touchscreen calendar that can sit on a desk or mount on a wall. I have the white version. It looks a lot like a large digital photo frame, so it does not feel out of place in a kitchen, hallway, or home office. Setting it up was fairly simple. I connected it to Wi-Fi, followed the prompts on the screen, and linked my calendar accounts. I mainly use Google Calendar, but it also supports services like Apple iCloud, Outlook, Yahoo, and Cozy. Adding the accounts took a few minutes. My main concern before using it was calendar syncing. I did not want another screen that needed separate manual updates. In my use, events added from my phone appeared on the display quickly. Changes made on the screen also synced back to the connected calendar. That two-way syncing has worked well for regular appointments, school events, and reminders. The 15.6-inch screen feels like a practical size for shared spaces. It is large enough for me to read the calendar from a few feet away, but it does take up noticeable space. I can switch between daily, weekly, and monthly views. The 1080p IPS panel keeps text clear, and I can still read it when I am standing off to the side. The touchscreen has responded well during normal use. I can tap an event, move between calendar views, or check off a task without waiting for the screen to catch up. The device runs Android 14 with 4 GB of memory and 64 GB of storage. I have not noticed much lag while using the calendar, task list, meal planner, and photo display. I am not treating it like a tablet for heavy apps, though. Its main purpose is keeping household information visible. I use the chore chart more than I expected. I can create a task, assign it, set a schedule, and mark it complete on the screen. The reward badges add a simple visual element for children. I would not say the badges will solve every argument about chores, but they make progress easy to see. Tapping a completed task also feels more direct than opening another app on a phone. The meal planner has also been useful. I can place meals into the week and check the plan while I am in the kitchen. It is a basic feature, but that is what I want from it. I do not need a complicated recipe system. I mainly want one place where I can see what I planned for dinner. When I am not checking the calendar, I can use the screen as a digital photo frame. Photos look clear, and the wide viewing angle helps when the screen is placed in a shared room. The ambient light sensor adjusts the brightness based on the room. I noticed it getting dimmer later in the day, which keeps it from looking too bright at night. The screen supports both portrait and landscape positions. Auto-rotation worked reliably when I changed the orientation. I prefer landscape mode for the monthly calendar and portrait mode for longer lists. The included stand makes it easy to place on a counter or desk, while the wall mount option is better for keeping it in one fixed location. One thing I had to plan around was power. This is not a battery-powered display. It needs to stay connected to the included power adapter. That is fine on a desk or counter, but wall mounting may leave a visible cable. I would check the distance to the nearest outlet before choosing a spot. Wi-Fi is also important. I can still see information that is already loaded if the connection drops, but syncing, weather updates, and remote changes need an active connection. My home Wi-Fi has been stable, so this has not caused many problems. It is still something I would consider if the planned location has a weak signal. The unit includes a front camera with a physical privacy cover. I like having a mechanical slider because I can see when the lens is blocked. There are also built-in speakers and microphones. They are fine for alerts and basic communication, but I would not choose this mainly for audio quality. Compared with using an old tablet on a stand, this feels more focused. A tablet can run more apps, but it can also become cluttered with notifications and unrelated content. This screen keeps the calendar, chores, meals, weather, and photos easy to reach. Compared with a paper wall calendar, it takes more setup and needs power, but changes are easier to share across several connected accounts. I was also concerned about subscription fees. The calendar syncing, chore tracking, meal planning, weather, and photo frame functions I used did not require a recurring payment. I would still check the current app terms because services and optional features can change over time. The 64 GB of internal storage has been enough for my regular use. Calendar data does not take much space, and I still have room for photos. I have not felt the need to manage storage yet. Performance has also stayed consistent while the screen runs for long periods. This makes the most sense for a household with several schedules to manage. I can see it being useful for parents, children with regular chores, roommates, or anyone who wants a shared calendar that stays visible. It may be less useful for someone who lives alone and already checks every appointment on a phone. It also needs enough wall or counter space to justify the 15.6-inch screen. I like that it reduces the need to ask what is happening that day. The information stays in one place, and I can update it from my phone when I am away. The screen is easy to read, the controls are simple, and the extra tools are practical. The power cable and dependence on Wi-Fi are the main limitations I noticed. I would recommend it to a busy household that already uses digital calendars and wants a shared display. I would not buy it only as a photo frame, and I would make sure there is a convenient outlet before wall mounting it. If there is anything else you want to know about the digital calendar wall touchscreen, leave a question in the comments. Subscribe to the channel for more practical product reviews. Thank you for watching.